It's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. 7:09, Monday, September 12th. 61 degrees, getting up to 76 today. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the Radio Pup app at WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160. To join the conversation, we are now joined by Lisa Lee. She is the project director for the Alliance for a Healthier Asbury Park. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Jeremy.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you so much for letting me come on your show. Oh,
absolutely. We're excited to have you. So why don't you give folks kind of an overview of what we're talking about today?
All righty. I work for a nonprofit called Meadowlink, and we are a transportation management association. There's 8 TMAs in the state, and our mission is to provide transportation solutions to help communities, people, businesses have a better quality of life. We serve Essex, Union, Monmouth, Bergen, and Passaic County. And specifically in terms of transportation, I am the manager for biking and walking programs. So that's what we consider active transportation. And one of my focuses is to help encourage and promote better health and wellness through encouraging safe walking and safe bicycling. And that's how you know that I'm also the Safe Routes to School coordinator for those 5 counties.
Oh, nice. All right. So tell me what that kind of means, though. Like, so you're in charge of walking and biking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what does that mean? So, like, are you helping to make sure that our kids have appropriate ways to get to school, that they're safe, or what does that mean?
Yes, exactly. So I actually used to work for the county health department. And one of the things that's really important is that, children need to get 60 minutes of moderate to exercise a day, and adults need 30 minutes. And so, as a Safe Routes to School coordinator, my team of coordinators, we go out to schools and municipalities, and we do educational and encouragement programs. So we are out there doing presentations about how to walk safely, how to bicycle safely to school. We run bike rodeos. We talk to kids about, how to signal, how to wear bike helmets. Children under 17 in New Jersey are required by law to wear a bike helmet. And a lot of people don't know that.
Right.
Because, when we grew up, we didn't have to do that. And, a lot of us in the metropolitan New York City area, we used to live in New York City, and we walk all over the place. We're trying to cross the street and get where we're going as fast as we can. And a lot of times we forget to teach our own children the life skill of how to walk safely. We're finding that there's so many pedestrian and car crashes in New Jersey.
Right.
We are actually a focus state. So the federal and state government have given us funding. We're completely funded to go out and do these programs and to help cities also, redesign and improve their roads, their sidewalks, crosswalks, signage, so that kids and residents can walk and bicycle safely in their towns.
That's cool. Now, I kind of got fixated on something you mentioned, so you have to apologize. I have to apologize in advance, although it's not really too far in advance because I'm going to go right into it now. So a bike rodeo. Now, I'm picturing either like the bike as like a bull, and you're like shaking the bike around to see if you can knock the kid off, but that sounds inhumane. And then I was thinking of like the bike instead, like you have a lasso and you have to like rope a steer while you're riding your bike. So which one is it?
No, it's neither of those, Jeremy.
Oh, darn it.
I know. The word rodeo always makes the school administrators really nervous. And then their next question to us is always about, well, do we have insurance? How do we make sure the kids are safe? We thought you're trying to make the kids safe.
Right.
And no, they call it a bike rodeo, but what it really is it's, besides the educational programs that we do, actually teaching the kids in school during assemblies, we also set up these clinical, they're like clinics, bike skill workshops that we do for cities. We usually work with the police station and city administrators and with the schools, and we do them at the school, in the parking lot, or on the streets, like in front of the school. We'll have the police help us block it up. And we set up like a little obstacle course to teach the kids how to stop, how to yield, how to signal, whether they're turning right or left. We teach them how to turn, how to kind of weave through an obstacle course. So these are really popular with kids, and they're really fun. And it's a really good way to teach kids in a safe course before they actually get out onto the road.
Gotcha.
And bicycle.
Gotcha. That's different than what I thought. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, and so you're also involved in an Asbury Park project, right?
Yes. I'm so glad you asked me. So, because I used to work for the health department, that's how I got really involved with school wellness and health. And, back in 2010, that was when the Center for Disease Control and the First Lady started the Let's Move kind of movement. And the reasoning was that they recognized, the CDC came out with this horrifying statistic that if children did not get more exercise and change the way that they were eating, a majority of them would develop chronic diseases and not outlive their parents. And I had a 10-year-old son at that time, and it just made me think about him and all of his little friends, and I knew that I had to get involved. I was actually involved in emergency preparedness at that time in the health department, but I wanted to get really involved with school health and wellness. So that led me to actually working with our health officer who had a Shaping New Jersey grant, and we got involved in starting school health councils in Farmingdale, Belmar, and in Asbury Park, where I've been working for the past 3 years, and with their school health council. And our goal with Shaping New Jersey, which is a Department of Health effort from the state, is to encourage kids to eat healthier and also to increase their physical activity. So last year, when I had moved over to be the Safe Routes to School coordinator, because I was so thrilled with, the nonprofit group and how they were able, they're able to get to over more than 800 schools in our 5-county jurisdiction. And it excited me, this opportunity to get out to so many places where there is really a need for children to get more exercise and to introduce, more ways of healthy eating within the schools. We applied for this grant with the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and New Jersey Health Initiatives to build a culture of health in Asbury Park. So we just got the grant and started it July 1st. And our goal is to remove barriers to health for the community of Asbury Park.
Ah, all right. Now I got it all tied together here. All right. Hold that thought, because you mentioned a couple times that, that you worked for the health department, et cetera, et cetera. I want to go back to when we come back after the break to little girl Lisa and find out how it is that you decided to go down this road and get involved in public health and all the things you're getting involved in, because I'm always interested to see how people go down into the nonprofit world. I shouldn't say go down into the nonprofit world, end up in the nonprofit world. That sounded like one of the 7 barriers of anyway, we'll move along. So can we do that when we get back, Lisa?
Sure.
Awesome. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin back after this.
Rush Limbaugh today at noon. More Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin coming up next. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.
Hey, welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, 721. We're talking to Lisa Lee, Project Director, Alliance for a Healthier Asbury Park, and Safe Routes to School Coordinator and Manager, Bike and Pedestrian Programs at Easy Ride. Wow, does that fit on one business card? Or do you have to have like 3 or 4 business cards and kind of paste them together just so you can kind of have that all out there?
Well, Jeremy, it fits on one business card, but it is definitely a mouthful.
Okay.
And I feel like,
it's
like
good.
I'm doing too much whenever I tell people what I'm doing.
Well, I always tell people, when I used to have a job title like that, I'm like, that's fine as long as you pay me by the word. I'm okay. All right. So tell me, how did you get started in this? Like when you were like a little girl and you were playing with your Barbie and Ken dolls, were you like, oh, Barbie, I want to make you healthier. Oh, Ken, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Can you also show me how to appropriately ride a bicycle? So how did that look?
Well, it's true. I did play with Barbie and Ken as a little girl growing up in California. But I also was someone who walked to school all the way until I was probably in about third grade. And then I started riding my bicycle to school every day until I got my driver's license when I turned 16. So I am a walker and a bicyclist. And I think it's a really good thing. And I think, kids are missing out now when they are just riding the bus to school because they're not getting that, they're not waking up early and getting moving. And studies have actually shown that kids who are active before school, that's even better for them academically than eating breakfast. Can you imagine? Because they've got their brains are all fired up and moving from the exercise. They actually do better in school. They retain more information. They're more alert, and they're ready to study and learn.
So is that also, I guess, it's a big topic here in Ocean County, and I'm glad you don't have Ocean County for your sake, because we have our huge courtesy busing issue in Lakewood, which I'm sure you're aware of, being that it's probably the talk of your industry on some level. So in your world, rather than trying to figure out how to pay for all these buses and how to get these, how to get 25,000 kids to school on a bus route, wouldn't it make more sense to invest in infrastructure and to fix the sidewalks, to put more lights in, to make sure that we had a better route for kids to get to school?
I definitely think so, and that's one of the things that we are proponents of. I think a lot of people today are, especially this millennial generation, they want to live in walkable communities,
right.
Communities that they can get around in and not feel like they have to sit in traffic. The cost of gasoline, the congestion, and also just all the driving that we do, contributes to people's problems with asthma,
right,
and health.
Right, and so you would be you would be a big proponent of figuring out how to actually tighten up what we have from an infrastructure standpoint, as opposed to putting more people on the roads.
Exactly, and we actually do that for schools and cities as well. We do what are called walkability and bikeability assessments, where we actually go out, walk around or bike around the neighborhoods, take pictures of things that can be improved, and we actually write a big report called a school travel plan report that identifies areas and actions, engineering solutions that schools and cities can implement to make the roads and sidewalks safer. And then the schools and cities can use those to apply for our Safe Routes to School infrastructure grants. So as the transportation budgets have been lowered, as cities are encountering financial difficulties, this has been like a really great thing. A lot of towns and schools are taking advantage of to apply for the grants, the federal and state grants that are out there to fix their roadways around schools.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when we come back, because we have one more segment, we're going to give you your magic wand where you can wave your wand and make a difference in the world, right? But I also want you to explain to me how you brought your group together, because for this New Jersey Health Initiative deal in Asbury Park, I'd love for you to talk to us about how you go about bringing a group together to kind of form a coalition to really make a change in the community. Can we talk about that when we get back?
Sure.
Awesome. And then if you could also give more thought to the whole bicycle and lasso and steer thing, that would be really great. Because I think I think we could really do this whole rodeo thing the right way if you really think about it. Okay. All right, cool.
Think about it, Jeremy, but you'll have to come and help me with it.
All right, no worries whatsoever. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin back after this.
The news never stops at WOBMAM.com. Get the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from Town Square Towers at the heart of the Jersey Shore. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Get up, get out, do something. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. 7:35 Monday, September 12th, 61 degrees, getting up to 76 today. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio, streaming live on the radio pop app and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160. Join the conversation. We are now joined on the phone still by Lisa Lee, Project Director, Alliance for a Healthier Asbury Park, and the Safe Routes to School Coordinator and Manager of the Bike and Pedestrian Programs at Easy Ride. Woo! So, Lisa, we were talking, aside from the rodeo thing, which I'm going to have to let go, I guess. But aside from that, talk to me about how you put together kind of a coalition for a grant like you guys got through Robert Wood Johnson and New Jersey Health Initiative.
Well, basically, Jeremy, our coalition is very simple. We will welcome anyone who wants to get involved and help us to remove barriers to health in Asbury Park. So if anyone is interested, they can contact me by email or by phone. Let me know that they are excited about what we're doing. And can I just share a little bit about what we're trying
Absolutely.
to do?
Share away.
So, yes. So we are trying to improve, basically not all people can walk and bike, right? We have seniors, we have many people living in Asbury Park who are disabled, we have veterans that are living in Asbury Park, and a lot of the people sometimes are not well. And so one of the things that we're trying to solve is access to affordable transportation. We know that more than 34% of the people that live in Asbury Park actually don't even have a vehicle. So we're trying to help people get to healthcare, to get to the grocery store, to get healthy foods, to, just to get to the community or the senior center so they can, have a social life. So that's one of the areas. We're also trying to help people access healthier foods. There's not a lot of big grocery stores in Asbury Park. There's a lot of small corner stores or bodegas. So one of the things that we're trying to do right now is to somehow encourage restaurants and store owners, those small store owners, to stock healthier foods, especially near the schools where the children may go before and after school to get snacks. We're also trying to encourage, find programs that want to develop job training, affordable housing, tutoring, and higher education to help the kids and the young adults in the community who don't have jobs. So, folks that have connections in these areas, other nonprofits or people who just even want to donate, people who want to drive. We have something from Easy Ride called community cars that we do in Monmouth County, and we need volunteer drivers who are willing to drive our cars. We have the car insurance, but we need volunteer drivers to come out and help us drive people to their doctor's appointments, to their dialysis, to their hair appointments. It helps people feel better about themselves. So if anyone is interested to do any of these things, we would gladly have them be part of our coalition. We're looking for more church groups. We're actively involved in the public schools, but we would welcome the charter and the parochial schools to get involved with us. Invite us in to do our safety educational programs and to talk to your kids about the importance of good health and exercise.
Cool.
So anyone who's interested in those areas, we would love to have as part of our coalition, including you, Jeremy.
Oh, well, listen, Asbury Park is a very, look, I think a lot of us see Asbury Park and we see it for the area that's been redeveloped and is really an up-and-coming area and it has great restaurants and great, there's art and all kind and some cool new hotels, et cetera. But there's still so much work to be done kind of on the other end of town to kind of bring the whole thing together. So it's really good stuff that you guys are working on. So good luck with that. It's time, though, now where I give you your magic wand, your pixie dust, your fairy dust, your ability just to wiggle your nose and make an impact. Lisa Lee, what are you doing? There's so much to do. What are you going to do?
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Well, I think I kind of just told you what I wanted to do.
I know, but you can only do one
there.
thing, Lisa. You can only do one thing. You could just wave the wand. You don't need a coalition. You just wave it. What are you going to do?
If I could wave the magic wand and do one thing, I would come up with some kind of a transportation solution, like maybe a shuttle that could drive around in the town and help take people to those clinics and those social services agencies and back to their doctor's appointments to get follow-up and treatment, because there are so many people that don't have a way to get around town, to get to work, to get to jobs. Right. So that's it. I think affordable transportation solution in Asbury Park is what the city has told me, and it's something that I can see is needed. Very cool. All right. Where could folks go to learn more about the projects you're working on? If they want to get in contact, if they want to join the coalition, if they want to do anything, this is your propaganda minute. So what do you got? Okay, so you can call me at 201-939-4242, or in our Monmouth office at 732-380-1299. Our website is www.ezride.org, easyride.org, or you can email me at llee@easyride.org. Wow. And I will get you connected and get you involved to help out in Asbury Park, where you are very right. Yes, there's a lot of development by the shore, but the west side of Asbury Park needs a lot of help. The community needs help, and we would love to have more people involved. Absolutely. Very cool. Lisa, thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. Thank you, Jeremy. I really do hope you'll get involved, and we'd love to have you come out and join us at one of our bike rodeos in Asbury Park if you'd like in the next year. I'm all about it. I'm all about the bike rodeo. More Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin back after this.